I'd argue that organisational values are one of the most important elements of brand identity. And thankfully, 80–90% of companies do have very clearly defined, very clearly documented organisational values, even if they are a little bit generic. However, what really frustrates me or amazes me is that almost none of these companies have any mechanisms in place to ensure that these values actually exist. They just sit on a piece of paper tucked away in a drawer, but there are no processes for ensuring that they're actually embedded into that organisational DNA. So I just want to run through a few examples of how you can ensure that that is the case. The point of this is not to say follow these particular principles, but just purely to get the thought process going. So the first example of how you might do it would be to have a meeting, a routine meeting, could be fortnightly, monthly, quarterly, whatever you feel is appropriate, that is entirely shaped by these organisational values. So if, for example, you say that it's really important we're all great communicators and that's one of your values, well then why wouldn't you whiz around the room and have each person say when it was they last spoke to each client, supplier, partner, whatever's appropriate to that particular business. The second example would be to include it within your performance reviews. Again, I mean, if it's important enough to say that this is one of our defining values, then how can that possibly not feature prominently within the performance review? In fact, I would argue that it's just to structure the entire review around the values, if they're that important. The third thing, which ties in with performance reviews, is why would you not say to each person in the team that when they are consistently embodying each value, they will receive a small increase to their basic. Why would you not do that if they truly were that important? And yes, that is something that we do. Now, I'm not suggesting that you need to follow those particular ideas. Of course, there's 500 other ways in which you could do it. But the point is that if they're important enough to exist on a piece of paper and talk about them during the recruitment process with new applicants for new roles, then surely there needs to be some mechanism in place for ensuring they actually exist. See you next time.